are going to live and we are going to discuss about relationships, a key aspects of our life where many of us miss out on certain crucial things, and just because of that we develop an issue. Whether it may be physical or whether it may be psychological. So today we are going to discuss about certain life lessons and experiences of our members, those who are part of the Circle of Legends. So we have Julie, we have Professor Jagdish Khatri, and we are going to ask about relationships aspect from their own perspective with their own views. And as we agree that each one of us have gone through various stages in life, and which has given us a different perspective about relationships. So let me start with my extreme right, Professor Jagdishji. Uh,
Yeah.
if we, Jagdishji, namaste, and if you
Namaskar.
give
Thank
a
you.
brief introduction and along with that your perspective on relationships.
There's nothing much to say about me. I'm a work in progress still, a learner constantly. And thank you for giving me this opportunity at this platform. Uh, about relationships, I think the foundation stone of any relationship is trust. Like a building is as good as strong as its foundation is, and hence same happens with the relationship. Any relationship is as strong as the amount of trust the parties have uh, with each other. Like let us say an example. When a father is playing with his child, and he takes the child with both arms and throws away in the air, child is not threatened. Child is enjoying the process, and even starts giggling and laughing, because uh, the child has trust in the capability of father to catch him, and he will not fall down. So that is the trust, that is most important element. And that is why when we meet strangers, unless we have developed a trust with them, we don't go ahead in the relationship. So that is my opening remark, but I hope we'll get more time and then explain.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor. Thanks for your input. As even Tushar is endorsing that true trust
Thank you.
is the base. It's the foundation of any relationships. And as we are aware that the India Mexico Foundation is built on the foundation of mutual trust among our core team member, those who have put a lot of efforts in month of January, February, and now beginning of March. We have started putting the efforts on various areas of training and education. So we are going to put more and more effort and bring this trust from the community that we are here to serve the community with an
Yeah.
open heart and mind. Based on their feedback we are improving every month. So with that, Julie is one of the key member who gives us a lot of suggestions, a lot of improvement, and because of that only we are building this solid foundation, and this foundation helps us to build trust with the members. So Julie, what is your take on relationships?
Well, I think one of the super important points in the relationship is to be loyal. And part of being loyal, it involves exactly what Jagadish was telling us, the trust. You cannot feel someone loyal to you if there's no trust. Trust, honest, and good communication. Those are at least for me, those are the three things that I search in someone to become near of me.
That's good.
Perfect, Julie. So I think you have put a very uh, to the point message to the people that how or who can come in our inner circle, to whom we can put the trust, we can rely upon. And there is no need of having thousands of likes or followers if we do not have a real single or few persons to whom we can go and tell our truth. So I'll start with a storytelling about the real stories which I come across during my day-to-day encounter with life. So one of the latest story I'll tell is about somebody struggling with a job, and that person wants to have uh, someone to listen to him, what the frustration he is going through. So he has came across to directly to me face to face, and I've asked him that, do you have any friend who can understands or listens to you, who can listen to your social psychological pressure which you are getting from your organization or isolation you are facing? He says there is no one. And that's why today's topic, relationships. And you can see in the ticker, it is coming is social support is very important part of being human. We cannot be
Yes.
human without social support. And therefore, when social relationship breaks down or damaged, it can have a big impact on our mental health. So this is a core message of today's session, and it has been psychologically analyzed by many psychologists that the relationships which are not on a sound social support system will break. And the social support system is not working because we are not having time. We do have time for several other activities, but not building that kind of social relationships. Many people tells me by looking at my LinkedIn profile, by looking at my activities and all that, Darshan, when you are getting time for yourself or your family? Yeah, I normally say that I am just like you put a leaf in the water and take it out. Yeah, so the moment the leaf is out, all water goes down. Yeah, it doesn't stick to it. But if you put a paper in the water, the paper will soak all the water. Yeah, so
Yes.
similarly, I be in the social media, I be in LinkedIn or any of the media, but the moment I decided to come out or decide to go to the sleep, no botheration, no tension, nothing along with me. The social media remains there, followers remain there, whatever is remaining there is there. Now, another aspect of me working and my story is I like to socialize on various celebrations. So recently we are going to celebrate Holi, and both Lucero and Julie are helping me to reach out to the people, those who are interested in celebrating Holi. So such kind of festivals helps me to unwind. Involvement in such kind of relationships or social activities helps me to understand others and to live with others. So that's one of the story, and I would like to listen story from Julie. I would like to listen a story from Jagdish ji. In a brief, whatever they have encountered from their life lessons, and the similar thing we will come to Lucero. So anyone who wants to take a call, can.
I think
Jagdish ji.
let's listen first to Lucero for her opening
Yeah,
remarks.
that's good. So, Lucero, if you can give your opening remarks.
Uh, Please unmute
Well,
yourself, sir. Yeah.
okay, about relationships and
Yes,
work.
about yourself and your view about relationships.
Okay, I have a lot of work to do because I am a PhD student, so I have to keep a balance on my studies as a student, as a woman, and as a daughter. So I have to keep my family present in my daily life and keep time for my pets and for go and walking and everything who makes me happy, because I am happy when I'm working and I'm happy when I'm studying because I love what I do. So this kind of things who make you happy uh, brings you better relationships in life. That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
That's good.
So
That's
thanks,
good.
thanks with your opening remarks, Professor Jagdish.
Yeah.
If you can take
I would just
it
like to
further.
tell one incident from my industrial life. I was senior manager handling purchase department and interacting with many national and international suppliers of different goods. When I took over, I started communicating with them on fax, and at that time email was not there, so we used to type and fax it. And the last line of my messages used to be looking forward to a stronger relationship with you and your organization.
Wow.
So many people came back and remarked, "Sir, this is for the first time somebody has talked about relationship with us, because otherwise we are just treated as suppliers." So a supplier customer only. I give you money, you give me money, I pay, I give you goods. But nobody talked about having a strong and long relationship. So that made a lot of difference between the relationship, even
Yeah.
that one particular line. Another thing that I would like to stress upon is that we started with trust, and trust has got two components. One is intention, and another is capacity. Like, suppose somebody asks me for some help, and I have the capacity, but I may not have the intention to help. And somebody asks, another person asks me for help, and I have all the intentions but not the capacity. So both things are important for relationship, that there should not be any doubt on our intentions. uh, at times what happens is that when some we ask for help from somebody, or we have some expectations from somebody in the relationship, and he or she doesn't have the required capability to help, we always start doubting the intentions of the person, that, oh, he or she doesn't want to help me. Look, I have always helped, but she is not helping. So but when we are not able to fulfill the expectations of others in the relationship, we never doubt our intentions. We say, I have all the intentions, but I'm sorry, I don't have the capacity or the capability to help at this time. So you see, these both things we have to develop, that first of all, we should have the intentions for building a good strong relationship, where expectations from each other are fulfilled honestly. So that is my view.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Jagdish. And I think, Julie, if you have some take or story about relationships, you can share with us.
Yeah, well, I think such an important point that were coming to my mind while listening you is that, well, right now social media is everywhere, and this new generation, I suppose, well, certainly we are part of it as young people, is we are by our nature is to be social, as you mentioned, even has a psychological impact. But right now, if you see the generations, there are so many people that feel offended if, for example, you didn't reply a comment on Facebook, if you didn't reply a message on WhatsApp. And sometimes you are in the middle of your routine and you just forget you had to do something, you were busy. So I think that is so important to be able to understand each other, to be able to feel free with the people that is around you, that you know that nothing happens if you, I mean, it's not your obligation to respond in the same moment that they sent a message. And we should be able to separate the image of that person in a social media and the real one when you are talking with her or with him in the real life, because everyone appreciate a friendship. You know, those kind of friends that you can say, oh, we have a lot without talk with each other, and I talked with him just yesterday, and it's like if we have been talking the whole life. Everyone appreciate it, but are only few people that focus on keep those kind of strong friendships. So I think social media is something that people should not give a lot of importance and focus in the real life.
Agree. Julie, you have made a really valid and a strong point that social media is not everything. It's one meta world, one elusive world where we go as an avatar, we live there, but we need to learn how to come out of it also. We should not live over there and leave our identity there. Our identity is a real person who we are, our real nature, how we create an impact in the society. And that's why if you can see, on 12th we have scheduled a meeting over here, which is Guadalajara Connect. We are connected. Why we need to connect and meet once again? We are connecting with physical human being with his identity. We are coming together to play cricket, to eat samosas, to see Indian dance, and various activities. Julie and even Lucero was planning to come from Tijuana, but because of several reasons, he cannot come. One of them is financial reason, because we are not that strong to, sponsor a visit from the other city. Tijuana is far from Guadalajara, but definitely Lucero. We will be sponsoring not only Lucero's visit, but several other visits, not only inside Mexico, cross continental. Yeah, so we will be sending people to India, and Indian students will come to Mexico, and I have that dream, and that dream will come true. I am very sure. So let's move further. Lucero, if you have any, experience or story to tell
Sorry, experience
about relationship or story about relationship.
um, for example, with my professor of Hindi,
Uh-huh.
I here in Tijuana, I cannot learn Hindi in any school,
Mhm.
and I use social media, Facebook, and I found that a teacher in Guadalajara was interested in teach Hindi for everyone in Mexico. So I write her, and she taught me for like 3 semesters, and I learned something. So that was really a dream that I couldn't realize, because here in my city is really impossible. Here lives very few population from India, and not all speak Hindi. For example, Tamil or another Dravidic language. So I have to find another people through internet, and so this way I could learn Hindi, and I very few Hindi, a very basic Hindi, but this was really a good experience that I couldn't find in another way, and this relationship is a starting point. So for India, Mexico. So in this way, I could find this association and all these wonderful people. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Lucero. Even I still remember Lucero approaching us for Diwali celebration as a volunteer, and she has done an excellent work during Diwali by preparing our posters and banners and converting them into Spanish. So that was a beginning of our relationships between Lucero and India, Mexico. And you can see now, how it is progressing. So the dream which has started in November from Lucero's side by contributing for us now has been become a relationships. So this is the way I think we are developing the relationships. As I have flashed on the screen before a while, that she is from Tijuana, and which is just 1 kilometers away from United States. Even it's just bordering. So on the other side of the border, there are thousands of Hindi speakers. Yeah, and
Yes,
those
yes,
Hindi
but
speakers,
in this
yes,
town, the border was closed due to COVID
COVID. Mhm.
restrictions. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's a bit further from house, because San Diego, it's like 40 minutes to from the border, and then you have to make a line for at least one hour. So this is a lot of time you have to wait, and internet made things so easier for me. Yeah.
That's what I was saying, that even if Tijuana is just 1 kilometer away from so many Indians in United States, she has connected 1800 kilometers away in Guadalajara. A single Indian lives over here. In San Diego, there are so many Indians, but to approach them in United States is difficult because they are hyper busy, running behind materialistic things and not having time for self and family. So it immediately shows that happiness index, that satisfaction index, which is far more lower compared to even India, where people are, struggling hard to make money. So such kind of things, by comparing, I think we can come to know about reality and relationships. So this is our first episode. Let us conclude with one closing remark from everyone. Even we can say namaste, and we can close today's episode. So let us start with Professor, then Julie, and then Lucero.
First of all, I would like to thank Lucero and Julie for all the help they are providing, the posters designing and everything, and they are very quick also. So it's a blessing to have them with us. Uh, but I would only say that this is just the beginning, and the more we interact, uh, and maybe sometimes, God willing, we meet physically also at Mexico or in India, and
True.
that will be a great experience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
True, sir. Let's imagine the delegation from India coming to Mexico on
Yeah.
under the banner of India Mexico.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
great.
Julie.
Well, thank you. Thank you for everything to everyone. And well, I just would like to close with a phrase that my dad always told to me since I was a little girl. And the phrase is that it worth more to have friends than have money,
Wow.
always.
Agree.
So
Great.
I think
Very
Agree.
correct.
it's completely true. Maybe you want
True.
to learn something and you have no money to pay the training, but you have a friend that can teach you. So that is the message that I would like to leave to everyone tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Julie.
Thank
So
you.
clear. Yeah, Lucero. Your closing remark?
No, just to say thank you to everyone, and and invite to people to join us and follow our post our our advances about our all our theories. Thank you.
Thank you. So even the
Uh,
thanks came from straight away from India. Tusharji, namaste. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you. Thank
This
you.
great initiative by India Mexico. Namaste, Tusharji, and that is your closing remark. With that, we all four are signing off, and
Thank
gradually
you.